Now children, coming to the second point, that is metallic money. And metallic money is basically of two categories, that is fully bodied and token money. Children, fully bodied money is that metallic money whose face value is equal to the value of metal contained in it. That is, whatever face value is written, that currency contains the metal of that amount only. Second is token money. Children, in token money, the face value of the currency is higher than the intrinsic value, that is value of metal involved. So the face value is different and the metal from which that currency is being made is of different value, right children? So it is just a representative currency. Children, coming to the before coming to the third point, let's talk more about metallic money. You can see this in the slide, that fully value money and token money. Token money is also known as fiat money, mind you. Fully value money when the value of face value of the coin is equal to the value of metal contained in it, and it is called fully bodied money. Fine, that is the metal, the face value and the intrinsic value is of same amount, same value. Token money is also known as fiat money when the face value of the coin is greater than the value of the metal it contains. It is called token or fiat money, right children? Coming to the third stage, that is paper money. Children, when paper currency was introduced as a mode of payment, this was considered to be the best method of circulation of money. The next important stage in evolution of money was paper money. The money paid of paper is known as paper money. Paper money has its origin in the practice of the people in keeping their gold for safe custody with goldsmith. Goldsmith used to charge some amount for this service. The goldsmith issued receipt for the amount of gold kept with them. This receipt was written promise to hand over the gold to the bearer of the receipt on demand. These receipts soon become a medium of exchange, that is, they become money. A person buying goods from some other person could make the payment by transferring a goldsmith's receipt to the seller of the good. In fact, people found it convenient to use and easy to carry paper instead of gold. At the later stage, bank took over the functions of goldsmith. Earlier, bank undertook the job of storing gold of the people and issuing promise to pay their gold on demand. These promissory notes were known as bank notes, right? So long as people has confidence in the bank and the goldsmith, these pieces of paper were good as gold. Earlier, banknote could be exchanged for gold or silver of coins on demand, but they were known as convertible money, right children? Initially, paper money was fully backed by the reserves of gold and silver and coins. Subsequently, bank learned from their experience that only few people would come to withdraw gold or silver, and the greater majority of the customer would use the bank paper notes without converting them into gold. Therefore, the bank found it necessary to keep a stock of gold equal to the total value of banknote issued by them. They could use some of the cash, gold and silver coins to give loans and earn interest. Thereby, the currency was being introduced, and that was called fractionally backed reserves, right? So, children, paper money was originated as a receipt of issued by goldsmith, and these receipts were later on used for payments. Difference in the value of receipt was becoming a problem then, right children? So this was the third stage. Coming to the fourth stage, that is credit money. Credit money is also known as deposit money. The final stage of development of money is use of bank deposits as money. Customer of the bank deposit paper notes and coins with the bank for safekeeping. Each deposit is recorded as credit to the account of banker's customer. These deposits are payable on demand and they can be transferred from one person to another. On the basis of these deposits, people can draw checks for making any payment. The check is an instruction to the bank to make the payment or to make transfer equal to the amount mentioned in the check. It is important. It is very important instrument. Children, check is an instruction to the bank to make the payment or to make the transfer equal to the amount mentioned in the check. It is an instrument. It's an important instrument used to transfer bank deposits, and it offers the same convenience as money. The deposit can also be converted to cash on demand, and the person receiving the check may get it in cash or may deposit it with his own bank, who collects the amount from the bank on which the check has been drawn. It should be noted that the check themselves are not money. It is bank deposits on the basis of which checks are issued. That is considered to be money. Bank deposits with the check could be drawn became an important form of money after all commercial banks lost the authority of issuing banknotes. Earlier in 20th century, the bank used to do so. That's why this is known as deposit money or credit money. Children, the money has to pass through various stages before coming into the final form as we use it today. Right, children? So, the last stage of money is e-money, that is electronic money. All the types of money which people deals with electronically far from the traditional ways of payment like bank checks, paper money and coins. E-money allows user to use the money through internet or wireless devices to pay the charges for their purchases directly from their bank account by electronic way such as smart card, digital wallets and micro payments. Children, you know about Paytm, you know about many more e-money platforms, and similarly through these you are making a digital payments from money gets easily transferred from one account to another, and these all are the electronic ways of money. So children, as I told you that the money has to pass through various stages before coming to the final form as we use it today. So children, this all was about the evolution of money. Money was developed according to the needs and the requirement, and the main aim was to remove the shortcoming of barter system. So children, we have discussed about evolution of money today and meaning of money today. Children, you will be preparing this much, and after listening to this video, you will be doing an assignment and you will WhatsApp me the picture of those assignments, done assignments on my personal WhatsApp number. That's all for today, children. Thank you so much.